Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BJ Podcast. I'm your host, Breezy. On my side of the Discord call and podcast is my trusty friend, loyal friend, and best friend from high school. Say hello to Jordan. Jordan, how you doing?
Breezy, I'm doing just fine today. How was your day?
Honestly, man, I'm not doing okay. I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
So, first things first, for everyone that's listening to the podcast right now, this is our first time doing this podcast. We have
as you
never
could
did a
tell.
podcast before. As you can tell, we're on Discord. We're not face to face. We're kind of far away from home, but we still make it work. I,
Indeed.
me, I am a. We're both young. We're not old. We're not adults. We're not 30 years
We're
old. We're
technically
not 40
adults.
years old. Well, young adult.
Exactly.
But we are not old. We are not 50. I'm not unk. I'm just a kid.
Not really.
So okay, we're young adults. We're young adults, and we're doing this podcast really to discuss a lot of things that's going on with both of our lives and to create a platform for us to just let out our thoughts and see if people can relate to it. And not only that, but we want people to just listen to the podcast and just have something to listen to. Whether they're going to work, whether they're in the gym, going to sleep, just for people to just listen to two dumb kids just talking for like a good 2 hours, maybe an hour.
Let's try to keep it an hour.
So to listening, thank you for listening. We appreciate you for tuning in to episode 1 of the BJ podcast. I know that name sounds crazy,
He came up with it,
but
not me.
you came up with it
Well, you okay? I did, but I reconsidered it, and then you just decided to take it.
because it sounded cool.
So you agree it was a good. Okay.
Anyway, thank you everyone that is tuning in to the BJ podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe for more uh, BJ
Mhm.
content
All that.
on the podcast on the YouTube channel. Um, let's just get started with
Mhm. We got
a starter check.
Patreon. We got OnlyFans, Patreon.
We don't got no OnlyFans. Come on, we don't have no
We're,
OnlyFans.
all right, but before we start this podcast off, this video is sponsored by Doritos.
It's sponsored by Pepsi.
Both. Why not?
Pepsi is a delicious drink made from the
We're not
PepsiCo
doing
company.
this,
What? I thought we were doing a sponsor for real.
brother. You do realize what they do to people that do this, right?
What they do?
No, like if you're not actually sponsored by these people and you start talking good about them, they're gonna start suing us.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BJ Podcast, episode 1. Before every podcast that we will do, we normally do a starter checkup for both me and George.
What does that even
And
mean?
a starter check, well, I'm going to explain that. A starter checkup is basically where we check up on our mental health, check up on what we're doing, what's going on in our life, and kind of just discuss what's going on, the good and the bad. And we're gonna do, and we're gonna. That's how we're gonna start off the podcast every single time, just to get the flow of the podcast going before we actually get to the serious topic. So I'll transition to George. How's your starter checkup? How's your life doing right now? Are you comfortable with how you are in the stage right now?
For now, I'm pleased. I couldn't complain. There's not much to complain about anyway.
Mm.
I'm in a good life right now. I'm in a good position. I could
Hmm.
do things. And
I think.
hmm,
Go ahead.
yeah, I think that mental health wise, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Hmm.
Not much to complain about again, you know.
Mm.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
And that's really just about it. I got projects, I got plans, In time, they'll be done, and that's about it.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Um, for me, my starter checkup, I'm doing okay. You know, I got a lot of project to do, a lot of work to do. Um, I'm more alert now than how I was last year. And I think last year I was very focused last year at the start of last year, and then the middle of last year everything just changed and I started to lose my focus. But starting off 2024, we got really more focused. We got not just more focused, but I've been more alert with everything that's been around me for a project to music to just what we're doing right now. It's a podcast. And Jordan has always been hitting me up to do a podcast for 3 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And I always said I didn't want to do a podcast because I was afraid of getting canceled. But honestly, no.
Okay,
This is a
I gotta
BJ
censor that.
podcast. Okay. this
You know what?
is
Yeah,
a
it'll
BJ.
be funnier. You know, it'll be funnier if I censor like things with random sounds effects. So go ahead, let loose.
You're right. But this is a BJ podcast. It's a safe place where we're gonna let everything loose. Most of the stuff gonna be censored because this is a rated R podcast. But with the censored,
This
it's
is
gonna be a little
sincere. That would be this would be rated T for teen.
PG-13.
PG-13. Yes, not rated R. If it was rated R, we wouldn't have to censor anything.
But for me, for my starter checkup, I'm doing good. I'm on the right track. We had the up and downs last year, but we're on the right track, and it's time to prepare for the future.
What kind?
Um, well, just life in general, how you want to change your career, how you want to, how do you want your name to be known in this world, and how do you want to make a name for your own self without feeling stressed, without feeling like one of the same of somebody else.
Hmm.
And I think when it comes to preparing for the future, you gotta think about not. I think a lot of people, when it comes to preparing the future, they think about money, and I think it's more about just how you want, like, what thing do you want to do, and how far are you willing to take that little thing to get to where you want to be. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to that formation, some people have hobbies, and some people, or a lot of people, don't have hobbies.
Which I find
And for
insane.
the people that don't have hobbies, it sounds crazy, but I think when it comes to people that don't have hobbies, I think it's just something that they have been through that just really hurt them, and they just don't like anything no more. But I think for people that have no hobbies, I think the number one thing, and you shouldn't really be taking my advice. I'm just a kid, but if you want to, I say the best advice that you should do is read a book. I think reading a book is one of the best things when it comes to building your imagination and building a visionary for things that you want to do in life. Rather if you want to be inspired by something, if you want to feel an emotion, or if you just want to read a book just to read a book, or if you like literature. I think reading a book is one of the best things when it comes to just creating a career in something.
Mm-hmm.
You learn a lot. You learn a lot from reading a book. From just even looking at the cover, you kind of get the feel of the artistry that comes from a book, from the author's name to the cover. It could be as simple or it could be as crazy like a goosebump cover. And you can feel in the book is how it's made and the pages and the table of contents. There's so much elements when it comes to a book. And I know I keep talking. There should be a counter in this video of how many times I say book. in the whole podcast.
Oh man, I gotta edit so much.
But reading a book is really, really awesome. And I think if you have nothing else better to do, I think reading is a really cool thing to do.
So on that
What do you
topic,
think?
what's your favorite book?
My favorite book of all time. That kind of hard because I've been reading a lot of books recently. I've been reading. There's a Rick Rubin book, and for those who don't know what Rick Rubin is a producer who produced songs for Jay Z, Kanye, Pharrell, a lot of Adele, a lot of very popular artists. And I say he's one of the best producers of all time, very creative and very innovative in how he sees music and how he, you know, view life in general. So I think right now that's my favorite book at the moment because it kind of teaching me a lot about the art of creativity and also just like it's just so fucking good.
Hmm.
It's just a really good book. I love the book. I love everything that it talks about. Rick Rubin is a very good person. I'd love to meet him one day. And I don't know, just a really good book to just sit down and read and study from.
Hmm.
Um, so to ask you a question, for people that don't have or don't know what to do, what should they do? What do
Me?
you think? Yeah, like like for people that don't have any hobbies or just don't like anything, what do you think is a solution for that?
Well, I think there's really just one solution, honestly. That would be find a hobby. You know, find anything that you like, explore, go out in the world, and see what you like and dislike. Once you made a little
Mm.
checklist for yourself, then pursue what you like to do and like to have fun with.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, really, if you don't have any hobbies, you're just gonna work like a boring job or something.
Of course.
I don't think anyone wants to work a boring job unless that's you. You know,
I mean,
no,
working a
no
nine to
shade. You
five.
know, I mean, if you get a lot of money, it is fine.
I mean, working a 9 to 5 is a lot of people go through it. I mean, everybody starts somewhere.
Everybody starts
You can
somewhere,
start.
but like if you
You
want
can
to
work at.
end that way, you know,
You can work at a strip club. You know, at least you're getting bread.
that's like my one catchphrase. If you want to be a stripper, that's fine.
You want to be a stripper? That's fine, as long as you're getting bread.
Well, hey, it's like the one thing, you know. It's always why people work. Money.
Of course,
Money does
and
make the world go round.
I think money. I think money also is the cure for happiness, but I think it's also just destruction of people.
It's a double-edged sword,
Yeah, I
and it
think.
really matters how we use it because money is very important to
Mhm.
peace and destruction, as you said.
I think with money is everybody want to obviously get money to
Do the
get
things
the
they
thing that they
want.
yeah get the thing that they want
You can.
and
There's not a lot of things you can do without money.
yes, I think with money is it's kind of like when you don't have money, you kind of just constantly think about the resources that you have and just start to doubt the resources that you have around you.
Mm-hmm.
I think when people like, for example, let's say you got a brand new iPhone, but everybody else got like iPhone 15 or Apple Vision Pro,
Hmm.
and you don't have money to buy that thing, and you start to doubt your phone, you start to doubt everything that's around you because you don't have the same money as someone else do.
Yeah, you know it's a weird thing. People say money is the root of all evil, which I do kind of agree on.
I do
But
believe that.
let's say this: money is a necessary evil.
Why you say that?
Cause Well, okay, let's search at the definition of necessary evil.
Mhm. And for me, I think money. I think you're right, but I also think that money is kind of it's a curse. Really, it really depends on how you use money.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Of course,
That
I
really
also
this
feel.
really depends on what it goes beyond money too. Really, most things that are used today could be used for one thing or another. Usually, we
Mhm.
use it for another, which is very bad.
Yes,
And you
I think
know, money
with money is.
being whoops,
Oh well,
man,
I'm gonna go first.
this is a
I think
great
with money
podcast.
it's a great podcast. We
Go
already
first, go
started.
first, go first.
It's a great podcast. We're going back and forth with things, and we just started.
Going a little too
But
fast.
we are going a little too fast. But um, I think with money is depends on how you use money and how the people around you use money.
Mm-hmm.
If everybody around you wants money and you have money, you're gonna be put into the spot where people are gonna start asking you and begging you for money. I'm not gonna say that happened to everybody, but for most people that have money and they are surrounded by people that also have money but is greedy for more and more opportunities, they're gonna look at you as the main source. That's how I feel. I don't know how George feels. What do you think about that?
About money or your opinion?
My opinion. But also about money.
Um, I was kind of getting through the opinion of money for a second there. So let me tell you what I think about the money thing, right?
Mhm.
Instead of necessary evil, it's it's like a what's the word? A worldwide fuel.
Mm,
You know, you want someone to do something, you gotta pay them.
of course.
That's just kind of how it works, which is why people say money makes the world go round. You know, you
Yep.
cannot do anything without cash.
Mm,
It's pretty much impossible in this day and age. And, you know, it's kind of a problem, but it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense in a way.
yeah.
Like something requires something. You know, it's kind of like the rules of nature.
Like you can't do this without doing this.
Yeah, we would break the rules of nature, and we kind of just invented new rules of nature or whatever. This is not really nature, but you get what I'm saying, right?
The rules of life, yeah.
Rules of life. Yeah, yeah. And it's so weird how what how we're controlled by this green paper with a guy on it.
With a dumb president on it. So as you can see, this is just the start of the podcast, and we kind of already shifted to the three topics.
We're like
So
90% of podcasts right now.
we just started. It's not really. This is kind of like a. It's a start episode. It's
We're
kind of
19 minutes in.
like already.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 19 minutes in, we just wasted 19 minutes of our time.
Amazing.
But we're gonna get to the next topic on why I didn't want to do this podcast. And it's not because I just didn't like Jordan. Not we wasn't friends. We were always friends when we first met. Jordan had a pickle head cut.
Okay.
I had a long, very long mop head dread. And the reason why I didn't want to do a podcast was simply because I didn't know how to really interact with a large environment using my voice. I think back then kind of I kind of had social anxiety.
So like what, stage fright?
It's not stage fright. It's more like I was afraid of people just knowing my voice. I just
Ah,
didn't want I didn't want a lot of people to know who I was. I just wanted to be mysterious and kind of be, you know, have my own space.
a little anonymous,
But
correct?
but as you get older, it kind of like you have to put yourself out there to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I
Mm-hmm.
know a lot of people say that a lot, but it's true. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. So with me kind of just putting my voice out there, starting this podcast, being here with my best friend, and there could be more in the future,
Some
but
guests.
to be here late night on a podcast with you listening to the podcast, we for me, I gained so much confidence from that. So we're here. We're here. 20 minutes in, we're here, fresh out the dome on the BJs. And we don't mean jobs. We mean Breezy and George.
Don't have to specify that. We're already in trouble with the store. All right, we don't need them coming after us.
We don't need help coming after us.
Okay, bro.
And we don't need Bang coming after
Yeah, we're getting
us.
canceled.
We're not getting canceled. I promise we're not getting canceled. Not
Famous
yet.
last words. All right,
not
come
le-
on.
not not yet at least.
We're at like what, 22 minutes.
Mm.
We gotta get through these.
Let's just keep
Discussing.
going until we're finished.
Fair enough. I did want to get
So
to the our video games dying part though.
we're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost there. So first things first, we just discuss our careers and where we want to do with our careers. So with your life career, how do you want to make a name for yourself? What is the thing that you really want to do in your career, and how are you going to get there?
Well,
So for you, George,
yeah.
for your life career, where do you want to take your career, and where do you want to go from right now to possibly 30 years from now, maybe 50 years from now? How do you want your name to be known?
30 years. Well, my name, right? Pretty
Hmm.
simple. I just want to be known as an amazing video game creator with crazy ideas that either work or don't work and it's still fun.
Hmm.
I've recently been thinking about what a different type of YouTube channel where I let my ideas really crawl out of my brain.
Hmm.
So you know those channels, right, where they what sample something from a stitched video?
Of course.
Right. I was thinking something a little with a little more effort, which is probably not worth it, but would be really cool. And at the same time, it would show how weird my brain works,
Mm.
you know? Because recently I watched this hour-long video on how to cook with Nick DiGiovanni,
Mm.
right? And he taught the whole thing about how you cook and everything. You do this, you do that. And I thought, man, this could be a really good video game.
Hmm.
Like, who do you know who thinks like that?
That's true.
Who who thinks like this? You may be wondering. I don't know either. You know, it's so weird because I just have these thoughts so many times. And it's like this could be a mechanic, this could be a mechanic, and just started thinking of more mechanics for this and that, and it's just kind of a weird spiral I've been going down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a bad spiral. It's just kind of like confusing in a way. Like, how is this good to me?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I think of this? What's going on? And it's like it's so weird. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, instead of just being a regular YouTuber, I also want to make serious games that I'm really passionate about.
Of course.
I mean, I obviously can't share details. These projects are pretty secret right now. I'm sure we'll see
Mm-hmm.
it in the future though. And of course, there's another one where I'm working on a show slash manga,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, things are working out pretty good for now.
Yeah,
Did I answer everything?
it does.
Nice. What about you?
Um, for me, for right now, and possibly 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50 years from now, I just want to be known as one of the best people that can possibly just do that one thing.
Hmm.
I think I just want to tap into a lot of genres, a lot of styles, and just really just that I think tap into style that I think is the best for me and stuff that I think will help a lot of people in need, such as fashion and music and movies. I want to tap into a lot of styles and kind of just send the world my vision, but also understand their vision as well, and kind of give up and coming creators a space to be themselves. But also, I want people to understand my vision, understand what I'm talking about. I just want to be the best in my field and try to like for for people that don't know, I have a list of goals that I want to do, and some of the goals are such as winning a Grammy, performing at the Super Bowl, and having and creating a TV show and a movie that get broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
And those are my visions. Those are things that I really want to do. Most importantly, make a TV show, make a movie that people really enjoy, people can feel, people can love for the rest of their life. So, for me, I just want to be known as one of the best people that can possibly do it, but also want to give other people a space to shine. I really want to inspire as many people that I possibly can, and inspire as many kids to be better than me, to really just be themselves, and inspire a lot of old creators. Because I know there's a lot of old creators that don't have a lot of inspiration that look at kids like me for inspiration. So for me, there's just a lot of stuff that I want to do, and I just want to knock them down one by one by one. Possibly be one of the best people that can possibly do it, and a Renaissance man. So that's what I want to be in my career. One of the best motherfuckers to possibly do it.
I see.
Hmm. You can bleep that out. I'm sorry.
Uh huh. I'm bleeping everything else sincere.
So when it comes to you, obviously you want to do a video game and you want to make a show. Where did you find your inspiration for that?
Inspiration for just me being me for creating.
Of course.
Well,
Do you find inspiration from people, or you probably just find inspiration from just you
straight
being you?
media, bro. Just straight media.
Mm.
Well, not really media, but video games back when I was like really young. I used to play them like pretty much every day, every chance I get, and it'll be mostly Nintendo games. You know,
Mm,
I used to have like what Super Mario Galaxy 2, not one, because apparently we heard 1 and 2 were the same. So they thought, my parents thought, hey, why don't we just buy number 2 for him? Turns out
mm,
number 1's better. And yeah, I just played Super Mario Galaxy 2 a lot, and really just a bunch of video games, like a bunch of genres, and just got all these cool ideas from it, and just started spawning ideas of my own.
mm,
It was just so much for my brain to take in, and it's just kind of evolved into my brain has turned into a gamer brain.
mm,
That's just like the best way to. God damn my headphones. It's just like the
mm,
best way to express how I came to be like this. Mostly because of Nintendo games. I played a lot of those back then. Those
mm,
really inspired me because of the gameplay. And it's made me realize I didn't watch a lot of movies back then.
mm.
It was kind of just video games, so I don't really have plot ideas for things, but for
Of
video
course.
games, I have it all down.
Mm,
I quite literally have it all down. So maybe I'll watch a couple more movies this year. Less mainstream. You know,
of course.
more of the deep dives to help me out.
And speaking about video games, I like to ask a question that I think a lot of people ask on the internet. A lot of people ask to us. A lot of people ask just in general in the video game world. Do you believe that the state of the world of video games at this moment? Do you think that the state of video games right now is dying?
Video games dying. Honestly, I don't think so. In my opinion, I
I,
don't think so.
I think to me, when it comes to that question, it's really all about the type of genre that we think about video games. I
Hmm.
think the overall answer to that question is no.
Yeah.
The answer is no. But when you think about a certain genre, like let's say for example, multiplayer games, I think the state of multiplayer games in general is going downhill when it comes to the state of skill-based matchmaking and just everyone trying to be the same and trying to compete against each other rather than trying to be original and stand out against everybody else.
Yeah, you're saying it's like what? Being used and abused, correct?
Of course,
Nothing's new
one
yet.
I think one example to this is when Fortnite came out,
Hmm.
and we had games like PUBG, we had games like Fear Destruction,
CSGO,
stuff like Roblox and DayZ, and a lot of, and even Call of Duty that were
Rainbow
all
Six,
following Rainbow Six Siege, and a lot of games that were following the battle royale concept because of Fortnite and how popular Fortnite had been. That everybody wanted to ride that wave and not really stand out. And I think with everybody just trying to be competitive against each other, it really it really defeats what a video game really means to
from
someone that's been playing video games for a very long time. For RPG, for RPGs, no, I don't think RPGs will ever die down because for RPG, it's not creative. Well, it's creative, but it's not competitive.
yeah,
RP
that's a pretty good.
all
Yeah,
RP all RPGs try to stand out against each other. All action games try to stand out against each other for how fun it could be compared to this other game. But I think with multiplayer games in general, and I don't mean fighting games, action games, I mean just straight multiplayer games. Multiplayer games are dying. But video games in general, there's no possible way video games will ever die. I think for people that get older, it'd be like, there's no games out right now. You didn't put yourself in a space for you to even try different games. You don't extend your variety of video games. And then the same people that say, "Oh, there's no video games out right now. There's nothing to play right now." You have the attention span of a fucking rock. Go play a different game. Go build your variety. Go build your list.
Yeah, I
Go
mean,
go
it's
expand
like
your mind.
it's like people are too afraid to kind of indulge
Yes,
and
people
just
are too
explore.
afraid to. People are too afraid to indulge in video games. People are too afraid to try different genres. Everybody just wants to stay the same because that's the shit that they've been doing their whole life,
Yeah, and
and they
that's
don't want to
like
be judged.
that really just goes beyond video games itself. It just goes for everything.
People don't. People don't realize how cool it is to be judged. Being judged is one of the coolest things ever because once you get judged, and I'll not just say it's the coolest thing for everybody, but for me, I think being judged is one of the coolest things ever because it really means that you stand out against a lot of other people. And you yourself are original. You're being yourself. For me, I play a lot of different video games. So for me, there's always a video game that I can try out. There's always a video game I can play, even if nobody else knows the game. But for a
Hmm.
lot of people that play Call of Duty, that play basketball games all the time, or fighting games all the time, and there's no shade to the creators of the video game like Call of Duty, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, NBA 2K. Not a shade to them,
Just called him out like crazy.
but I think a lot of people should expand their search and stop just playing the same free games all the time. I also think for video games, I think video games in general, I think, do you remember back then when you were a kid and the game was used to release in GameStop
Oh, all the time.
and everybody, you just see everybody just going to GameStop and getting the game?
Mm-hmm.
I miss that feeling so much.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people miss that feeling too.
And I think we need to bring that back.
Really hype.
And, and I think we also need to separate and stop the typical, I forgot what I was going to say. For PlayStation and Xbox, and for PlayStation especially, they just recently combined PS Plus and PS Now. For those who don't use PlayStation, PS Now was a thing in the catalog where you could play old PlayStation games from a subscription, but the library of the old PlayStation games were very limited. And PS Plus, you just needed to play online games. And they recently combined both PS Now and PlayStation Plus into one simple thing, and the prices had went high up because it combined, and you only needed to play online. That's what everybody used PS Plus for. But now that it combined, I think we need to stop combining things and just keep things separate in the video game world. Stop trying to combine one thing and this thing. And I know a lot of people try to combine it because it makes things easier. But I think just staying separate and just focusing on one specific thing and another team focused on one specific thing rather than just putting mushing both of them together and making the prices high and causing controversy. I think just staying single, no pun intended. Staying single is the best way to go.
Well,
What do you think about that?
I mean, first of all, I'd like to point out something very weird that just reminded me of that one time we talked about Crunchyroll destroying
Mm-hmm.
Funimation and mashing it together.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, yeah, I kind of agree. You know, PlayStation, PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus. I don't really dabble into those things, even though I have a PlayStation
Mm-hmm.
5. But yeah, it sounds crazy, honestly.
And I'm not gonna give away the secrets, but I use Crunchyroll and Funimation, and as although I appreciate them collaborating to bring Funimation exclusive to Crunchyroll and Crunchyroll to work together with Funimation. And I feel like it kind of also gives the opportunity for teams of Crunchyroll and teams of Funimation to work together to create one singular anime or more. I just think raising the prices and ending subscription for people that just wanted to do it singular is messed up.
Ah, so now you think it's messed up.
I think before I didn't think about it as deep as I was now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when you think deep into it now, it's just like
Pretty
it's kind of
crazy. Yeah.
it's pretty.
Like, what if I wanted a bunch of Crunchyroll, specials and all that, whatever? I didn't
Mhm,
care about Funimation at all. Now
mhm.
I have to pay for the extra Funimation stuff, even though I
And
didn't want it.
a lot of people they pirate animes and stuff like that.
Me included.
Hmm. But I think when it comes to people that just don't pirate anything and just stick with the Crunchyroll and the Funimation app, for your subscription to get completely canceled, and then for you to renew your account and renew your subscription at a completely higher price just because they're collaborating, I think it's kind of bullshit. I think for people that already been subscribed to Crunchyroll or Funimation, they should already have the subscription, the new collaborated subscription, already done,
Mm-hmm.
rather than repaying and starting everything all over again. If you are currently in a subscription, you should already have a subscription because you already paid for the subscription already. I think it's kind of unfair for people to have a subscription and then pay $60 ahead, hypothetically, just because it's a whole new thing.
Mm.
I think, and even for people that are brand new to the subscription, I don't think they should also pay that much money as well,
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's like $99
just to watch anime.
a year, I would think.
Just to watch anime. $100 just to watch anime. I think
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people just pirate because nobody wants to pay for all that because it's really bullshit. Another thing, y'all need to stop with them ads. And I know the people that's watching this podcast have probably seen about two, three, four, maybe six ads by now.
Dude, we're not getting sponsored by anybody.
You never know.
I my
SoundCloud,
You
Spotify,
know I'm not.
YouTube.
If we're only getting paid for this, if we make our numbers go up more.
Y'all need to stop with the advertisements. I'm trying to watch my show. I don't
Yeah,
want to
that's a
see
that's a really
four.
good.
Hold on. I don't want to see four ads of underwear.
So true, dude. You've been getting those ads too.
Yes, and it be some. I don't want to say sexy, but it be some naked, half
Suggestive.
naked. It be some half naked dude with his shirt off in his underwear in the ocean for like 30 seconds.
Oh no, that was a long time ago. I got new ones
What you got?
with men and women, bro.
Yes,
I don't want to see that, man.
we don't want to see all that. We just want to watch our YouTube channel, YouTube video. That's it.
Man, advertisements are so weird. It's like
And
it's like
and like
corporates, like what do they call it? What do they call them? YouTube. What do they call YouTube?
what?
Corporates, corporals, corp, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like those types of things. Companies, yeah, there it is. Companies will take
Mm-hmm.
so much action into like making things kid friendly and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and then just ignore the ads completely.
And I think it's good that people are getting more ads on their videos because it gives them more money.
Exactly, but we need to control these things.
We need to take a action on how on the ads, and I think even for the creators, they know deep down that they don't want a lot of ads on their own videos
And yet they still get
because
them.
I feel like even for the creators, that when they get a lot of ads on their video, they feel like a lot of people will click off of the video just because of the ad, and I think that kind of hurts a lot of channels in a way. Even though it benefits them, I feel like it also kind of hurt people because, like I said, a lot of people attention span is kind of slightly decaying.
Hmm. And you know what? That brings us to another topic. Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Twitch has been nutty with advertisements. I barely watch people on Twitch, but like when I do, I just get like 1 out of 8 with like 100 seconds, and it's ridiculous.
I think with Twitch now is a very different app than how it was back in 2017, 2018, 2019, and I think Twitch just overall normalized a lot of stuff. A lot of the Twitch users have changed now, and I'm not gonna put people on blast, but people like Pokimane, people like Miss, people like other Twitch streamers that I don't know about.
I'm not gonna put people on blast. Pokimane. You literally just called her out, dog.
But
I
even
won't
in
say
like
names. Pokimane.
Pokimane, but for Twitch in general, you can go on Twitch right now, and you can probably just type in just chatting. Just
Maybe
chatting
going on
is
Twitch right now is not the best idea.
it's not the best idea
It's really
because it's
not.
late at night. You're probably gonna see a lot of freaky stuff.
Uh huh.
But if you were to go on Twitch right now, right,
Don't.
and don't do it. But if you were gonna, if you were to go on Twitch right now and you search up something like just chatting, and by the way, just chatting is a category on Twitch where it's just people talking. That's what
Hmm.
you expect. You don't see that no more
Hey, that's something
on
new.
Twitch. You will just see people in bikinis, literal, or other things that is not necessary or appropriate in a streaming service like Twitch.
I mean, yeah. It's just it literally the name of the game is loopholes.
Okay, I didn't need to know that.
No, 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 loopholes. Sincere.
Mm,
Loopholes. You
loopholes.
know what loophole is, right?
Having a very breezy dumb moment. Um, explain to me what loopholes
Oh my
is.
god. It basically, right, if you have a rule, right? Let's say you have like a very standard rule, like just
Mm,
one sentence, right?
right.
What if people find a way to bypass that rule? They find a way to bend it but not break it.
Mm,
There's a loophole in the rule.
mm,
Like they can bypass it in a way that doesn't break your rule, but you're still technically breaking it without breaking it. That's what
mm.
loophole is.
Got you. Got you.
So basically, what Twitch chatters did a lot at the time, what Twitch streamers did a lot, It's just a bunch of loopholes. Like let's say bathtub stream, right? You can't wear bikinis unless there's a bathtub in the back, which would categorize it as a bathtub stream. And I'm pretty sure you can see where this is going.
I see it.
They put a little kiddie pool in the back, and then just stand there in front of the camera.
Yep.
That's a
In
loophole
their
in the bikini. And the other thing, which was recently happening, is the art department, where you could draw um, suggestive photos, and Twitch would be like, okay, it's fine. And
Yep.
another loophole has been found. I'm sure you know, Sincere.
What is it?
You know the thing that you talked about.
I did just now.
No, not just now. Like a couple, maybe a month ago. Remember when you told me to go on Twitch right now?
Oh,
Yeah,
that.
the art. Yeah, art being a rule, and then Twitch had to immediately cancel it afterwards because it was just that bad.
So if y'all pay, okay, so for people that listening and y'all don't pay attention to anything that goes on in Twitch or anything, there was this saying that rule that changed last month on Twitch. I think it was really more last year, December time, where Twitch changed the rule to allow nudity in their art.
Yes, that.
You can already see, you can already see where I'm going with this.
Uh huh.
For those and for people that still don't know, after that rule would change, you would go on Twitch and you would see a lot of very controversial, very negative art.
Okay.
Great. You probably need to bleep all of these things out.
Borderline. Yes. I mean, of course I'm going to.
But those are things that was on Twitch at the time. Obviously, now it's still happening. Not as much. It's really hard to see it now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's hard, but it's also on the easy pause.
Okay.
But you will see those things on Twitch even now, and I just think the state of streaming services now, such as Kick as well, Kick is another place. Twitch and Kick are, I don't want to really disrespect any Twitch streamers because it's really not their fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Twitch is, the state of Twitch right now is really just low. It's really unfair, and there's a lot of things that's going around Twitch that a lot of people don't like about Twitch. But they
Mm.
have to still use Twitch because that's their only way of gaining money from anything.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Money. This is a quick little
Like,
topic I can go through like in 1 minute. They
mm,
what wasn't the split 50-50
yes,
for cash? Yeah, they still going on with that or
I believe so.
yep, it's pretty weird. So if you earn like five if someone gives you 5 subs or like one sub which is $5, you get $2.50 and Twitch gets the rest, which I think
Mm,
is crazy. You know, that's like wow, that's really weird because like it would be like a 70-30 rule for most things like that, such as YouTube for a good example.
of course.
70-30, you know, the person gets 70 and YouTube gets 30. But for Twitch, 50-50 is crazy.
Hmm.
And there's like a lot more rules that changed, but I forgot for now. So let's move on to the next. Actually, no, hold on. Before we move on to the next topic, really
Hmm.
quick, really quick.
Go ahead.
Remember how I told you I think of video game concepts out of everything?
Yeah.
This video I watched, right?
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, I saw he told me he talked about pinch grip. on knife how to cut vegetables, right?
Right.
Like you need to have a pinch grip on it so you can cut it better.
Right.
I saw that. And you know what I saw?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you know what I saw when I saw this? I quite literally saw myself making a what? An RPG turn-based video game about cooking.
Hmm.
You might be wondering how. I thought the same thing. And then I just started evolving weirdly. I don't know if I'm gonna do this at all, but it's just an idea.
I
It's just
think
a,
you should.
maybe. But like, look, pinch grip. Like you guys see the vision, pinch grip, right? You can fight
You know that sounds. You
different
know how.
types.
Okay. First of all, you know how nasty that sounds.
What pinch grip?
You gotta think about how nasty that sounds.
This here. We're talking
Mm.
about cooking.
I know, but I know there's gonna be some kid out there that's gonna take this out of context.
Okay,
To be,
it's
so
one
you say
kid.
kid?
Like, you gotta learn to avoid the negative comments.
Kids, don't watch this. Don't watch this podcast. Don't watch it. It's not for you. Turn
Really
away.
isn't.
Go turn off some Coco Melon. It's not for you.
Don't even turn on Coco Melon. Like maybe watch a Brian Heger or something,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
bruh.
Go watch SpongeBob.
Even better. Anyways, pinch grip, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is used to like cut vegetables much better. And so I'm thinking, man, what if we had vegetable monsters versus a chef, and you're playing as a chef, and you and like you know how you use swords dance in Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
to increase your attack? What if you use pinch grip as like a swords dance move? So like you use your turn to get an attack boost against vegetables. Boom.
Hmm.
Simple,
We'll
easy.
see. We'll
It,
see what the people in the comments think about
it,
it.
it makes sense, you know?
I think it's good. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and then I just saw like a bunch of other ideas that I thought I could get down with this one. I just forgot for now. But like pinch grip idea? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of like every battle, right? How well you do depends on how the dish looks at the end.
Mm.
Something like Cooking Mama,
Mm.
if you played that, yeah. But anyways, on to the
Well,
next.
not well. I love that you talk about when you make a cooking video game, kind of in this way of Cooking Mama in this way. I think for me, I already know the answer. But what are some of your favorite video games of all time?
Some of, could I involve a series?
You could.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Hey man, I grew up with that.
Did you say
And
something different than Kingdom Hearts?
okay, I will. Jeez. Well, let's see. Mario Galaxy 2, as I mentioned before, that was the game I just played growing up.
Of
Of
course.
course, of course. Let's see. Oh, can we forget about Wii Sports?
No.
Of course not. That was a classic
No.
one.
I broke a TV playing that game. I'm dead serious. So
No, no
we were
way.
playing a we were playing a boxing mode, and it was me and my sister, and we're playing the game. And I think I didn't have the strap on. Pause.
Uh huh.
And I threw the Wii controller through the TV, and it just broke.
Question. Wait. How?
I punched way too strong, way too fast,
It,
like a dummy.
but when you're punching, your fist is closed.
Bro,
Did you?
bro,
Did you force palm it? What are you? How did you throw the Wii remote?
bro. Like when I tell you I threw it way too fast, it just
It
flew out my
just
hand,
flew
and
through your fingers.
it
Is that
just
what
flew
you're
out
trying
my
to
hand.
say? So
Yes, it flew out my.
you
It flew right out.
let me get this
Go ahead.
straight. You punched so hard that the
Mm,
force of that punch made your Wii remote push your fingers aside
mm,
so that you tossed it like a disc.
mm. Yep,
Sorry, you hear the motorcycle in the back, right?
I see it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Anyways, you threw that punch so hard that you lost control to all your fingers and
Mm,
just opened up the Wii remote to
yep,
fly out towards the TV.
yep. It was a big. If you want to know, you know how remember. I don't know if the viewers remember this, but you guys remember that square TV that like weighted like 40 pounds?
Like with the two antennas.
Yes, but it didn't have
Oh,
antennas. It didn't have antennas on it. So we were playing on that.
like a box
Mind you, did
TV.
not. Mind you, this was not my house, by the way.
Oh my god. Was even your TV?
So we broke the fucking TV, and my mom came in. We had to pay for the TV,
Oh my god.
obviously. That same day, I had a whooping, and I had to choose their own TV. It was not a fun time, but I broke the TV. I broke the TV, and of course they accepted my apology and stuff like that. But boy,
Jeez.
bad
This
times.
is why you wear the straps.
Pause.
And
All right.
this is
So
why you have the Wii Remote shields.
that sounds better.
Bruh. Anyways, back to the video games. Uh ooh, here's a good one. Mario Mario Kart Wii.
Mmm.
And here's another one from the Wii version. Super Mario
Mm.
Bros. Wii. Those two were
Mm.
great.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to play those two games with my family all the time.
So you're a family game type of person.
Yeah, I mean, it was really fun. Of course, I would win a lot,
Of course.
you know, and being the gamer in the family.
Of course.
And yeah, yeah, and it's just me and me. But yeah, it was really
Well,
fun.
for me, I think my it's kind of hard to choose one specific video game. But I think when it comes to my favorite video games of all time, God of War 3, Pokemon Black and White,
Mm.
Mario Kart 7.
I never played Seven before, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't buy the game.
You missed out on greatness. To let you know, you missed out on greatness.
Hmm. Which one's better though, Wii or Seven?
Definitely we. But
Yeah,
7 is
but
up
like
there,
Seven's
though.
really up there.
It is really up there.
Okay. I think I'll give it a go one day.
Um, Sly Cooper.
I've heard of that. It's like that. What that animal with the scythe?
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to try that game too.
That game was really cool.
You know what? You
Uh,
reminded me of something too.
Go ahead.
Ratchet and Clank.
I was just about to say that. And Jackson Dagger.
Oh, Jackson
Jackson
Dax.
Dagger. Did I say Jackson Dagger? Jackson Dagger?
I think it's Jack and Daxter.
Well, whatever the name is,
Hold on, let me
that's one of
just.
my favorite games. Um, Fight Night Champion. It's a boxing game. It's probably the greatest boxing game of all time.
Wait, what
I
happened?
love
What
it.
was it called?
Fight Night Champion.
Fight Night Champion. Oh,
Greatest
interesting.
boxing game of all time. If you know, you know.
Yeah, there's still a lot
Um,
of even through my times of gaming. There's still a lot I need to try.
Metroid Prime.
Metroid games are the stuff.
Oh, fire.
My God,
Kirby Return to Dreamland.
Kirby games.
Of course, you gotta put New Super Mario Bros.
Mm-hmm. Nintendo just seems to
Um,
make bangers.
bro, PlayStation made banger too.
I know, but like it's also like these high companies just always make the greatest.
Not
Obviously,
Xbox. Not Xbox.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I thought Xbox made some good ones.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you use an Xbox, I'm sorry. I didn't. I don't mean no disrespect, but
I mean, they got Halo. PlayStation has Halo
that
now, doesn't it?
I know. I know y'all in the comments like this. Breezy don't like. Breezy don't. Breezy a PlayStation kid. He don't like Xbox. I know that. I know that. I'm a proud PlayStation boy.
Crazy.
Respect me. Respect me as such. That don't mean I don't like Xbox, okay? I'm just saying Xbox don't have a lot of exclusives compared to Nintendo and PlayStation. That don't mean I don't like Xbox.
Yeah, I think Xbox might be cooking up something though.
Maybe one day.
Who knows?
But
But you know what? That gets
okay, good.
you know what? That I don't know why that reminds me of something, but have you played a SpongeBob game for the DS?
I did.
What do you remember about it?
Okay, so it wasn't completely a SpongeBob game. It was a Nickelodeon DS game,
Ah,
and it had characters like Danny Phantom, SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron. Trying to see if I remember the name of it. Nintendo. Wait, Nickelodeon. You meant that this is a section where we search up stuff. Okay.
mm-hmm.
Yep. This one right here.
Oh, by the way, we're 1 hour and 8 minutes in.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Well, thank you for listening to the podcast. We're still in the podcast. We ain't gonna stop anytime soon.
Maybe the
Not yet,
second
at least.
hour.
Maybe, yeah. Give us one more hour.
Mm-hmm.
Blobs of
Oh,
Doom.
Globs of Doom. Interesting.
And that was the Nickelodeon game I had. Don't play it. It's actually trash. But I still like it. It's still trash though. And that goes to our next topic: worst video game that you have ever played in your life.
Ah, that's pretty harsh. I don't know. Worst video games of all time. I don't know if I can really rate. I mean, obviously ones that I didn't play,
Mm-hmm.
I can say, if that counts.
Go ahead.
Gollum, that Donkey Kong game, not Donkey Kong, but the King Kong game. You
Mm-hmm.
know what ones I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. That Avatar game that was like $60.
The new one?
Yeah, the well, it came out like a months ago.
Yeah, the new Avatar game.
Yeah, that one. That was garbage. You know it.
I know.
The vampire game, the shooting
What
guns
vampire
vampire
game?
game.
What vampire game?
No, you don't remember?
Mm-mm. The shooting gun vampire game?
Vampire Survivors?
Vampire. What? That's the name of it?
It's not locked to
Yeah, it
30
was
FPS.
9 months ago. Hold on. Let me search. Let me send you the video. This trash is $70.
Oh, that game.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the day before, right?
No, no, no. It's Vampire Survivors. Oh,
Oh,
but days
that.
before, yeah, that one's also garbage. Yeah, I can't really say I played many garbage games. Even the games that could be considered garbage wasn't even
Mhm.
that bad.
I think I have a couple of bad games that I played.
Let's hear
One,
them.
there was a game that came out. If you were, if you, if you ever watched E3, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will probably remember a game called Anthem, right?
Ansem.
Now, Anthem were basically like the game that was trying to like beat Destiny, which is another game out there, the looter shooter,
Hmm.
and they were trying to compete against Destiny. The game was not only was it boring, it lacked content, and it wasn't finished.
Hmm.
Which I one thing that I hate a lot about video games, they drop the game when it's not finished.
Yeah, then make an update to fix bugs that they neglected to fix.
And I feel like that's one of the dumbest things that come with video games.
It's a really bad trend.
It's a horrible trend, and I think it needs to stop. I think with video games, they should take as long as they want to take, and just you know,
Yeah, develop,
of course.
and that
Another
really just
thing,
extends to everything.
and one more thing,
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy fans, the game come out next week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We on that.
40 hours of gameplay.
We the BJs. Pause. We love Final Fantasy.
You love Final Fantasy around here,
We love Final Fantasy
but you
over
know what we
here.
also love?
BJs.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we also love Shadow of the Earth Tree.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many boss. For those who don't know what that is, in Elden Ring, there's so many new enemies in Elden Ring now. It's honestly insane how many
I'm making so much
villains.
noise.
It's honestly how many. It's honestly insane how many villains are in Elden Ring now,
Yeah.
and it's scary. It's scary,
why?
bro.
Why you have so many ops in that game?
Bro, as soon as you start the fucking game, it's in a horse
In a
with a
horse? You mean
fucking
on a horse?
on a horse,
He's not a centaur.
and then they have a big ass spear. Was it a spear or sword?
I think it's a spear.
With a big spear, and he killed you on sight. It's on sight when you see that. Nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Then you gotta level up just to come back and kill that. Nigga. It doesn't benefit. Don't do it. I mean, it makes you feel satisfied, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny that they put him right there.
So from software for that. I don't mean it. I don't mean it. Please, I love y'all.
As if they're watching.
You never know.
Yeah. In this day and
So we're
age.
gonna we're gonna fast forward a little bit to make to not make the podcast too long, not make the first episode too long. The future of AI.
Hmm.
So
Dang, we fast forward.
so for a lot of people, and obviously if you've just been on internet, Apple Vision Pro just came out, and as for old Apple product that used face scan, thumbprint, number pattern, the Apple Vision Pro app, the Apple Vision Pro, have a setting where it scans your entire face and I think your eyeballs
Okay,
to
that's
unlock
whoa.
the Apple Vision Pro. And they use that stuff to create an AI character of you through the Apple Vision Pros. So I'm gonna transition to George. What do you think is the future of AI? Do you think it'll be better or for worse? How can we benefit from it?
Oh, okay. Sincere, I'm sure you've heard of something very,
Mm-hmm.
very alarming
Mm-hmm.
recently. I bet you know what I'm already about to say.
Go ahead.
Sora,
Okay.
not from Kingdom Hearts. You know what that means, right?
I think I do, but I also think I don't.
Basically, Sora is like what this new programming thing where
Mm-hmm.
it can create fake videos and make them real.
Oh yeah.
Instead of AI art, like think of AI art, and now it's a video.
That have just recently happened on, I'm not calling it X, you Elon. I'm calling it Twitter.
Yeah, you
So
call it toy around here.
a couple days ago I went on Twitter and just one it always just one tweet that always popped up. Don't search the guy name on GIFs. Trust me, and it's a Peter GIF of just him just running from an airplane.
Okay. What?
But the thing is, when you go on a tweet and you go in the comments, is the AI generated video, the deep fake video of the celebrity, and it's like they're doing,
Okay.
and they just framed them for that, and it ends up getting trending. Everybody thinks it's real, and they get fooled by AI.
So with all that being said, do you think that Drake video was AI?
No, I think you had to really. I think he had the anaconda. Like I like. I think he genuinely have an anaconda, bro.
God.
I like his Instagram name is Champagne Poppy. Like that's all the proof you got right there.
Crazy.
Like I know the girl was on like watching that video over and over and over again.
Multiple
Like,
times.
God damn, Drake,
Yeah,
boy got a meat miss on him.
let's not dive
Mm,
into this one.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm sorry,
fine.
kid.
It's
I'm sorry, kid. I'm sorry.
man, I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing that part. Anyways,
Hmm. But I think the future of AI is like it's kind of scary,
it very much is.
especially with how AI is doing right now. And I know a lot of people be like they're scared of AI taking their jobs and stuff like that. We might actually see AI taking our jobs very soon,
Oh no, it already happened.
more sooner than later,
You know how the China is far more advanced than us and all that.
of course.
I think yeah. Back in like 2021, they had to fire robots from their McDonald's
Mm,
because they weren't working properly. They already replaced workers in the Chinese McDonald's, and I haven't really heard much from there since. But maybe they probably re-implemented it.
mm.
Who knows, honestly? And I just thought it was really crazy, you know.
Well, one thing that's happening in America, and for those that have been in New York City, you may have seen if you ever went to the subway in NYC, you will probably see the big blob of metal trash. It's a fucking AI police. The size of a fucking big kisses. and he just walks around and scans everybody that is around that robot and makes sure that that robot is not doing any type of wrong and any type of bad. And although it's a really great idea and innovative and smart idea, I think it also died terrifying. That a lot of the in real life police officers are not there to be seen, and just one, maybe two or three robots that look exactly like that are just all around the subway station just scanning you, especially in the New York subway.
Hmm.
And it's not the only thing as well. New York police had invested and intervened I'm just gonna say invested. They invested in robotic police dogs.
They did?
Yes, they did.
Oh yeah, wasn't like Boston Dynamics?
Yes,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That company.
man.
I thought that was just for like fun or something.
They ain't doing that for fun. You actually see them in the streets out there, bro.
I didn't think they actually deployed them. They deployed them.
Bro, we got to call about that.
Did they? Wait. So
Bleep
you
her name
telling
out, by
me?
the way. Bleep her name out, by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. We're gonna obviously. You mean to tell me they deployed robot dogs on New York?
Yes.
Hey,
First of all, first of all, in New York.
it's New York.
Second of all, I mean, when we think about it, first of all, let's ask this quick question real quick. Do you think which one do you think is worse, Atlanta or New York?
Hmm.
And be completely honest.
I
You know
mean,
the answer to
I
this.
haven't.
You know
I
the answer. You
haven't been
know
to
the answer.
Atlanta, and I barely been to New York. I might just have to say Atlanta.
Man, the amount of crazy seen in Atlanta for the past couple of days, bro.
There's no way
Mm-mm-mm.
Atlanta's that bad.
It is.
No
It
way, right?
is. Bro,
It can't be like the
bro,
show.
Okay, okay. First of all, I'm just letting you know you're gonna have to bleep a lot of this out.
Don't even.
I'm letting you know right
All
now.
right. Well, let me just make an audio. There we go.
What?
No, like I tap it 5 times, so it's like a little note.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so, so back, so just a couple of days ago, there was this fucking from Atlanta that got caught for dating the fucking kid.
oh,
He ended up so
okay.
sayonara,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't wish death on nobody. For people like you, I'm glad you're gone.
I'd rather him be in jail, but
I'm gonna just chill in my white robe, take a little glass of red wine.
crazy.
Mm-mm-mm. Waiting for this moment. All right, you can unbleep now.
Yep. Oh yeah. Wait. Bro, why are you drinking red wine
What's wrong with red wine?
at 18?
I'm sure a lot of kids drink red wine.
You don't have to be like kids. You can be
I don't
you.
drink, bro. I don't drink red wine like that. Only drink red
Wait.
wine
Hold
like
on. I just
time.
remembered. Hold on. I watched this video about like what they explained all the U.S. amendments in like eight
Uh huh.
minutes.
Uh huh.
One of them lowered the drinking age of 21 down to 18.
They did.
I'm like, what?
They did.
Okay, well, I didn't do research on it yet. I'm gonna try to find a video. Hold on.
It's probably because they're about to. if they're actually doing that, we're cooked. We're so done.
We're at yeah.
We're so done.
I think we are. Hold on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 25th, 26. Here we go. 26th. Okay. Here, I'm gonna just send you a clip.
Hmm.
26th Amendment lowers the voting age from 21 to 18.
Never mind. Never mind.
You really thought you really thought they would change the age for drinking?
Never mind.
This is why you gotta start watching stuff, bro.
Mind you, this was like I was watching this in like 1 in the morning.
Come on, dude.
Bro, I really thought I heard that too.
Hmm. So now this is the part of this podcast, and if you remember from the beginning of the pod, well, how long have I been recording?
Um, 1 hour and 28 minutes.
1 hour 20 minutes. Mm-mm.
28. Yep.
So this is the so if you remember from the beginning of the podcast when I said that me and Jordan had met back in high school, from the very beginning of high school, and I mean freshman year, where we
Hmm.
were ugly little boys.
Do not
We
remind
ain't
me of
glowed
those
up
days.
now. Oh, we never gonna forget it.
Please.
We not gonna forget.
uh,
Jordan, like Jordan, while you're editing this podcast, just show a picture of you at like you in the ball
yeah,
photo.
no, I'm not doing that.
Do that.
No,
Do it.
no.
Okay, just show the video of me shaking my.
What? That was 11th grade. That was like 12th grade.
Never mind. Never mind. Don't show that.
Anyways,
So this is the part of the show where we talk about memories from high school. The funny parts of high school, the sad parts of high school, the horrifying parts of high school. We spent our time in high school now that we are college students.
yep.
So Jordan, I'm gonna let you take the wheel first. What are some memories of high school that you got? What are some high school stories that you can tell to the audience?
Well, the only advice I have for high school students currently is just survive.
I didn't say advice. I said that stories, bro. High
Well,
school stories,
that's
bro.
just advice. All right, stories. Hmm.
I mean, if you want to go with advice for people
Eh,
that's
it's
in
just a
high
quick
school
little
right
advice.
now,
That's all.
the people that are in high school that right now, dog, get ready for the worst years of your life once you
Yeah,
graduate, bro.
yeah, you might be cooked, honestly.
Yeah, you're done. I don't mean to scare you like that, but like it's over for you, bro.
I mean, hey, if you have a hobby, if you like doing
If you
something, you gotta
if
get
you know
started.
what you want to if you know what you want to do right after you graduate, you're on the right track.
Preferably
You're good.
before you graduate,
Hmm.
hey, you're
But
on
you
a
have
good
no,
start.
but if you have no idea what the you're gonna do, yeah, stay GG, bro.
Yep, it's kind of over for you. Have fun working in
Yeah,
the
it got no
factory.
over for you. Have fun working at 9 to 5 at McDonald's, bro.
Right.
Not saying that they bad, Sam. Just saying.
Yeah, but anyways, what? Stories? Hmm. What's a good story? What's a good story? Dang, what is a good story? Mm-hmm. 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 Man, how about Uno stories?
The Uno story?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He was always really stories, as in we were just playing Uno all the time back in third period, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It was always so much fun. I'm sure you remember, Sincere.
Of course.
We do this, we do that. It's been a good time. Again, high school was a bit of a blur.
It wasn't a blur for me.
Well, then,
What you mean? What you mean a blur? You saying that like we 22 years
I
old?
know, but like, yo, other than like people fighting and then drama happening, this and that, it's just kind of like, yeah, that was high school.
Well, do you remember the battle royale?
Keep mentioning that battle royale.
Do you remember that?
It was like that. Was it the one where the kids, like random kids from a different school, came to our school?
No.
Not that one.
It was like it was like 200 kids outside. They blocked the whole street, and everybody was just fighting.
Oh, that one.
Yep,
Yeah, that
that was
was
the battle
weird.
royale, bro.
I'm so glad I wasn't in there. Man, come to think of it, there was a lot of things that happened outside of the school,
Yes.
wasn't there? I saw some guy, what, limp, because he got stabbed in the arm,
Hmm.
I believe, and he had like a whole paper towel to it, try to stop the
Yep.
bleeding. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, that was when the stabbing happened in our high school.
Mm-hmm. That was a stabbing time. Someone pooped their pants during a fight.
And then the whole hallway it smelled like for like
Oh man,
it
that
smelled
was on
like
the second floor, right?
yeah,
Ugh.
and it smelled like for days.
It spread to the stairwell too. That was the worst part.
It smelled like for days, bro.
wait,
For
wait, wait,
days.
wait, wait. Speaking of fights, remember?
Oh Lord.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Okay, so basically there was this kid, right? He was
mm,
all skin and bones. All skin and
right.
bones.
Right.
And he would always talk some smack about beating everyone up, right? And we initially thought he was joking. He
Right.
seemed like the type to joke, and we would just kind of play around with him, whatever.
Right.
And yeah, he later he just got into some crazy beef. I don't know how he got into some beef, but he was 11th grader, right? We were all 11th graders,
Mm,
and there was a ninth grader he was beefing with. This ninth grader, first of all, his friend started recording, right? This ninth
yep.
grader pulled up with a belt. He pulled up with a belt as if he was a parent or something.
He
And
started whooping him with the belt.
I'm saying, but then he just dropped the belt immediately and started throwing
Whoa.
hands. So
How you get beat up by a ninth grader, bro?
that was a joke part, right? He started pushing him. How you body push him, whatever.
Of course.
Yeah. So like, got him off of him, and then the camera focused on. he, this was the moment that would define him. forever.
A made.
The pose he pulled off.
Digimon, you gotta stop trying to act tough, bro.
The pose he pulled off was the most goofiest garbage I've ever seen in my life.
Y'all
He
gotta
was
stop acting tough,
he
bro.
was quite literally from the 90s or something, like those 90s cartoons. Those
Oh,
cards. Man's was gonna give him a knuckle sandwich. I, and like the entire school made fun of him for it.
of
Like
course, as they should.
you'd see Nate memes left and right. It's like, what's all sudden, boy? Oh,
That couldn't say nothing no more.
he quite literally couldn't say anything. He got destroyed. He got
You
put on
got
the ground
beat by a ninth grader,
by a
bro.
ninth grader, and then after that, he never came back to school.
Never.
Never,
That boy.
never.
Mm.
He never came back to school. I'm being serious. He never came back.
After that video, you never came
He
back.
never came back. The next day, he was gone. The day after that, he was gone. He never came back.
Is he on Instagram?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
never knew his Instagram.
you probably just you probably killed yourself. I don't know.
Bro, highly doubt it. Cause like he told us before all this, he told us that he had to move to a different school because of the bullying.
Oh,
So yeah, most likely he moved to a different school. But wow,
you will never forget that you got beat up. Your farewell trip in the you get an whooping from a ninth
literally,
grader. That's
bro.
your farewell. God,
It's so crazy to me.
we gotta talk. We gotta talk about how he beat the shit out of you.
Oh my god. How am I gonna censor these names?
Bro, when I tell you she went back to school with a big knot on her head, bro.
Oh my god.
Bro, like her whole head was just swollen and like.
It was
First of
just
all,
that
I don't know.
visible.
Yes. First of all, I don't know how still dating her. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, why did you think you would be able to beat me? Genuinely?
The hood.
She not even from the hood.
Yeah, that's crazier. You got beaten by somebody who's not even from the hood.
By the way, I saw her the other day. Like I said, she's one of the nicest girls I ever met. Genuinely, she's a very trustworthy and very loyal.
Hands down.
Low key,
Sincere.
kids, cover your ears. Ow, Jordan, bleep all this out to act like I'm saying the
Sincere.
craziest stuff.
You really think I'm
Yes, yes, I do.
Bruh.
I think you're gonna edit crazy. This is our podcast. I believe you're gonna edit it very very good. I had it wrong. My fault.
Why
Next
thank
topic,
you.
bro.
Also, before we move on, what happened to
Why we bring her up in the podcast?
I'm gonna edit it out.
We no. Like you keep it in just bleep her name, bro.
Bruh.
Ain't nothing happened with her.
Great. So why did you mention that you wanna
I'm just joking.
Okay.
That's why I ain't saying nothing.
Oh, okay. You stopped
All
yourself.
right. Anyway, this is the last. Anyway, this is the last segment of the podcast where we like to talk about what you like to teach. We like to talk about what do you
1 minute
miss
to
about
41.
what do you miss about high school? Do you miss the teachers? You miss the classes, or you just miss the people?
It's really a combination
Or
of teachers and friends.
mm,
Or
or
you said or.
no, you said or.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like you said or.
Okay, okay. I think for me, or do you rather be just like you just miss being involved in a space like high school?
Not really. Like high school itself, minus the friends, it's like nah.
I just miss the people.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
like
miss I miss I miss the randomness of high school. I think with us being in that high school, it was just like every day was just something new.
yeah, that was your 12th
And
grade, wasn't it?
yeah, it was just Atlanta.
Hmm?
It was just Atlanta,
I mean,
24
hey,
7.
honestly, if you could jot down
It was,
the things that had happened in high school, you could probably put that into a show.
I was thinking about making a TV show about high school,
I mean, I
but
was
I
say
don't know.
TV show, but like maybe putting like what an idea, something
Episode?
that create yeah, like episode special.
Oh, you're doing that.
Oh, okay,
I got
okay,
an idea for that.
yeah, sure. But crazy, huh?
But just like there was so many stuff that happened in high school that you could honestly make it a TV show. I mean, you were seeing get beat up left and right in the hallways, in the stairwells.
Hallway is crazy. Where did you see that?
Bro, it was me and right,
Uh huh.
and we were walking. I think we were in photography, and we were just had to take pictures around in the hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go to the west wing, like the very like west wing, but you're on like like upstairs, and then there's that door right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went in that door, the first door you see when you walk in the west wing,
Right, right.
and we passed the lockers, and we just see like two. I'm guessing they're freshmen just in,
No way.
and then I see the principal there as well, and one of them got his pants pulled down. Not even kidding. Yes, pants pulled down, son.
Cannot be serious.
I'm dead serious.
Ugh.
Why you laughing?
It's so horrible.
Why you laughing?
what, what, man, really? What went on in high school, dude?
How you gotta be in the high school hallways, man?
Can't wait till you.
You can't wait till you go home to release the fluids and nothing. You just gonna do it in the hallways, bro?
Crazy.
Y'all nasty. Anyways, this is the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening to the BJ
Oh,
podcast.
jeez.
It's been a wonderful time for us to just talk and for you to listen. For you to just be here, whether you're just you listening to us, watching, eating breakfast, just watching us in school, which you probably shouldn't be doing that. Do your fucking work. But thank you so much for watching episode one. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the podcast. I'm Breezy.
Jordan.
Thank you for listening to the BJ podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one, folks.
Follow, yep, follow our socials. Do all that, please.
I, hold on. You got to wait. You got to your social first.
I'll put it in the description.
Thank you for watching. We love you. Hopefully you love us. And we'll see
They
you in the
barely
next one,
know
folks.
us.
Don't worry about it. Peace.
And that makes 1 hour and 46 minutes.